What's poppin', world? Top of the morning. Y'all read the title. We getting straight into it today. My peoples out there with the 9 to 5s, my working people. My people that's getting it in, that's on the grind, that's on the daily, providing, trying to move to the next level, maintaining and getting a paper straight. You feel me? Lots of pros and cons with the whole 9 to 5 concept, and I just want to provide my point of view, possibly some clarity, some insight, if you will. And hey, I can just leave y'all opinion. This is an open conversation. You feel me? This is just not about what I think. It's about what y'all think too. So this is my position, right? Because this very nuanced conversation is multi-layered. So I feel like I just can't come at it in one direction. One point of view, right? So during the pandemic, all these layoffs, people getting all this money from the government, all this assistance and stuff like that, it changed the work culture to where it finally leveraged the employees over the employers of having the power. But as anything, big bank always gonna take a little bank, right? So eventually the employers were gonna retain their power again. So let's keep it 100, right? We need each other, but there is a small nuance of who needs who more than who, just due to who has the most leverage. And it's not as if, like I said, it's linear or it's ebbs and flows. It's not, it's musical chairs. But to get into the point of this video, right? Because I'm looking on a lot of, videos off of YouTube talking about I'm done working a 9 to 5. It's not worth it, and this is pretty much a subjective conversation. It just depends on your lifestyle, your aspirations, your goals, sometimes your age, everything in between. So it's whatever your life equation entails will dictate the necessity of having a 9 to 5 and how important it is to you, right? Because if you got kids, a woman, someone to support, it's all situational based in comparison to a single person that could probably be in a position to take more risks and things of that nature, right? So certain people just talking about, I'm done with a 9 to 5. I hate the toxic work culture of everybody clicking up and being in certain cults and cliques and gossiping and talking about people. And, you just have to realize that's just society and human nature as a whole. You feel me? Like, I don't think you're going to, unless you're an independent contractor and your nature is more so individualized, you feel me, far as like producing and production and stuff like that. I don't want to say any workplace, but by and large, and speaking in general, you feel me, workplace culture has some level of toxicity, right? And not to say you got to get up in there and kind of taint your character and compromise your integrity, you feel me, but there is some level of code switching you have to do. Some people, I'm not a fake person, I'm a real person, I'm gonna tell it how it is because I'm authentic. And here's where the key thing comes in, right? It's called professionalism. What is professionalism? Professionalism is the ability to compartmentalize your own personal endeavors, be able to compartmentalize that, put it to the side within reason, of course, and work towards a bigger goal that's bigger than you, right? That's professionalism in a nutshell. So are there some informal, interactions and dynamics after you ingratiate yourself in the company and everybody becomes more familiar with each other? Sure, you feel me? Like, it's just like what almost any workplace. But you also have to know the people you work around, right? I'm not a person that's gonna go up in any company, this is just me personally, and just start running my mouth like I know everybody, right? But some people, you know, they can just talk their way into, you know, fitting in and stuff like that. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about, it's about to get dark real quick because we're going through this tunnel. But this video is about, right, just your tolerance level. Because it's only one or two things. You got one or two choices. It's either you're an employer or you're an employee. You're a 9-to-5er or you're an entrepreneur. And sometimes there are rare cases where you can be both, but to act like you can't do neither, you feel me, and expect to get somewhere or to go somewhere and to act like it just, that's just not reality, you know? Now there's certain rare situations where people either have inheritance or something, there's some kind of indirect passive income somebody is gaining without having to put in the time or the work to obtain it. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the everyday, regular, and there's nothing regular about working hard, you feel me? Like, there's nothing average about, you know, average only just means what most people are doing. But by and large, like, okay, for instance, people that work at McDonald's. Now about, when I was like 21, so we talking about 12 years ago, right? 12, 13 years ago, first job was McDonald's. McDonald's, depending on the location, it's a hard job, brother. I don't care what they talking about, you feel me? It's a hard job. And if somebody was to see the vantage point behind that kitchen and how long you gotta be on your feet and how many orders you gotta put together and for how much you being compensated, it's not, people don't get compensated on their effort. Let's just get this out the way, right? Hard work isn't rare. It's very common. There's more people working hard than not working hard. I'll tell you that. Compensation is due to competence, which is skill. Skill only gets compensated on a higher grade. Just saying that you work hard isn't rare, right? Plenty of hard working people in the world. Like I said, there's more hard working people than there isn't. You know? But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this conversation up for you, alright? I feel like when the pandemic opened up the world again, well, when the world started to open up again, it destroyed the work culture, because when people sat down and was on their phones absorbing all this information, a lot of underlying realities got exposed to the everyday person, and now they can't come back as the person as they left out that situation, right? They know too much. So yeah, it's gonna be depressing. You feel me? Like, it's gonna be depressing on certain aspects with certain people, right? Due to the fact that they know they can sit up there and get on the internet and work from home, or they know they can sit up there and come up with a side hustle. So, I mean, now here's the bridge between both of them, right? You don't want to start a business because you feel like it's too much risk involved. But yet again, you don't want to be around people at a regular, 9 to 5. And I feel like the middle ground is all these independent contractors, as far as like Uber Eats and Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and Instacart and a lot of these driving jobs, I feel like are probably the most independent jobs that are out there, right? Just due to the fact that it only takes one person to move this wheel, right? It only takes one person. There's no two. You don't need a co-pilot or a co-driver. It takes one person to move the wheel, right? So that's just my spectrum, my point of view. You feel me? Like I said, very nuanced conversation. I would like to think or like to know where y'all stand at with this. You feel me? I'm on my way to work, as y'all can see. But yeah, with that being said, comment, like, subscribe. More videos on the way. I'm gone.